Yeah, we got to bring in our guy, associate head coach of your Sacramento Kings, head coach of Team Canada as well, led them to the bronze medal in the FIBA World Cup this past summer. Jordi Fernandez joining us on the drive, guys, here. Jordi, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. First of all, congrats on that big win the other night, double overtime. I want to start right there, if you will. You know, Malik Monk, we've seen him. He's a fiery guy. But, man, when he steps on that floor, he's like the heart and soul. Tell me about Malik behind the scenes, what he gives this team, and how valuable he is to the Sacramento Kings.
Well, you just said that his energy is contagious, not just with his scoring, but also sharing the basketball. And that's just who he is in a day-to-day. You know, a guy with a smile on his face. And like I said, you just can feel him around. Good energy, good presence. That's why we love him so much.
Jordi, I know that coaches can't afford to look at things this way, but that game Wednesday was one of the great games in the short history of the Golden One Center. What was the most gratifying thing about Wednesday's win for you and for the rest of the coaching staff?
I think finding a way, because it wasn't a perfect game by any means, and we ended up the game the way we wanted to. We have to be better on both ends of the floor. We cannot afford that many turnovers. And then obviously defensively, we struggled with the 3-point line. We did good with defending the paint, but we have to be better. We want to be in the top 10 defensively, something that we wanted to improve from last year, and we just got to keep working.
Jordi, I was going to ask you about the defense because I know that's your specialty, and I know you, Mike Brown, the rest of the coaching staff, that has been a point of emphasis this season. When you look at what the Kings do defensively, what's your focus? Is it protecting the paint? Is it defending three? Does it depend on matchups? Is it physicality? What do you want to see from the guys defensively?
Yeah, well, you know, the NBA tendencies are, the shot quality is important, so defending without fouling is important. We have been physical, which we can live with some of those, some of the free throws, because that's how we want to play. We want to defend the rim, and it's got to be 1 through 5, protecting the paint, protecting the rim as a unit, and defending the 3-point line. So we've gotten better. If you look at last year's numbers, we just have to continue to work in that direction.
Jordi, anybody who's watched basketball for a long time knows that offense sometimes can seem like it's contagious. Guy makes a shot, team makes layups, all of a sudden everybody's making shots. In your view, does defense kind of work that way as well? If one or two guys start really playing good defense, can the team just kind of pick up from that and start playing better defense as well?
Yeah, I think we've seen it recently, especially I don't know if you remember Trey Lyles the other day.
Yeah.
He took 3 charges, and I think that's also contagious, rebounding and domas, because, the beginning of your offense, usually it's a defensive rebound. So, that's what we want to do. We want to be good on the defensive glass so we can run. And I know we've been good also running off makes, but obviously it's a lot better to run off from stops than running from makes. So I think it goes both ways. Offense can help defense, but definitely defense can help your offense. So, as you know, those go connected hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. Jordi Fernandez joining us. Jordi, you got the Toronto Raptors tonight. As you prepare for this team tonight, they obviously made a huge trade last weekend. Sort of a different team now with R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. How different are the Raptors over the last week versus the first 30 games of the season or so?
I mean, those are 2 starters on their new team. Obviously, a very different team. They played 2 games. They're 2-0. Quickly is a very good shooter, scorer. It's one of the smaller guys now they're playing because they're a very long and athletic team. And RJ is a very good physical scorer. Doesn't need much, and especially a catch and go, second side catch and shoot, especially corner 3. So, in my opinion, they've gotten better. They've proved it so far, and it's going to be a fun game because they're a very good team.
I hate to go here, Jordi, but of course we have to. How frustrating are the missed free throws for you and for the players? And what, as coaches, can you do about it?
Keep working, and obviously we're not trying to miss free throws. Um, just obviously we don't want to stress out too much, because sometimes if you keep yelling at your playing, don't miss free throws. Obviously they're not trying to miss, so
Yeah.
we want to work on it, but also we know we're a good free throw shooting team, and it will show.
Jordi, after that win the other night, a big win, obviously, De'Aaron Fox, 6 of 22 from the field, didn't have his best stuff. How encouraging was it to see you guys actually gut this one out when your star player might not always have it? He didn't have it the other night, but it was a total team effort.
Yeah, I think, when good teams play very well, they pretty much can beat anybody. But I think that when a team doesn't play well and still finds a way to win, that's a sign of a great team, and that's who we're trying to be. We have long ways to go, but what we did last year and what we're continuing to do, we want to establish ourselves in this league as a winning program for a long time, and I think we're in the right direction, especially being led by Coach Brown and the rest of the organization, how things are working.
We know that one of the goals for this year was to take better advantage of home court advantage. And I know that we just had a clunker this week and that happens, but how do you feel about how well the team has progressed in terms of just defending the home floor this season?
I've always felt like we've been really good at home, and obviously, as you know, it's because of our fans and the energy that we have here, how fast we can play. Obviously, we make a lot more shots here at home, so it's great to play in Sacramento. One of the best arenas in the NBA, so I think we're taking advantage of it. Like you said, we can keep improving, but playing at home, it feels like we're playing with 6 players.
Jordi Fernandez, associate head coach, joining us. Jordi, I want to go back to Mike Brown and Malik Monk and that exchange they had. Really, I want to talk about Mike's reaction, pulling Malik to the side the day after, calling him into the office, apologizing to him for not coaching him correctly in that moment. How can that help a team? I've maintained, and we've heard it before, you grow stronger and more together in times of toughness, tribulation. How did that help? Will that help, you think, going forward?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what was said, but one thing that I can tell you is Coach Brown is big in accountability, and it goes both ways. And the same way he holds guys accountable, he's very receptive when guys hold him accountable, and I think that's how it should be. That's our mindset as a group. We're in this together. We all make mistakes, but at the end of the day, we try to do what's best for the team. So I think that's the reason why you guys can see what you see on the court from a group that plays hard. It's not always perfect, but we try to do our best to compete.
Jordi Fernandez joining us. Jordi, I'm a little pissed off about something. Indulge me if you will. De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, they're putting up all NBA numbers again. The team is winning, but yet when it comes to all-star voting, De'Aaron Fox, 200,000 votes. Domas not even in the top 10. What are fans missing, and why should they vote for our guys? Tell me about our guys and why we should, push the ballots for them.
For us, they're all-star players. They're all NBAs. That's what we believe in our locker room. That's what our fans believe. The rest of the NBA, yes, we want everybody else to vote for them. They deserve it. But the reality is we don't care because we believe in them, and we'll prove everybody else how good of a basketball team we are, how much we can grow, and what we're going to do in the postseason.
Good stuff, as always, Jordi. Thanks so much for jumping on with us, man. I know you got to get ready for tonight's game. Hopefully we can light the beam. See you in a few when you get here.
Thank you, Jordi.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, Jordi Fernandez. Here's an interesting.
Did you try to get him fired up?
I tried to get him fired up. He didn't take the bait on that. I'm fired up, but I'll be fired up for both of us. Here's the thing about Jordi, though. He coached Team Canada in the FIBA World Cup, and they beat Team USA for the bronze medal. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Obviously, a loaded roster.
He coached R.J. Barrett, right?
Yeah, R.J. Barrett, Shea, R.J. Barrett, who we'll see tonight. Jordi, one of the best young minds in the game, and he'll be a head coach someday, no doubt about it.
Yeah, one of the things that's always clear when we talk to him is he's always so respectful of Coach Brown.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because one of the things that comes up is your coaching future, and he's always, no, I'm, Coach Brown is the great coach, and he's our coach here. So we appreciate some insight there from Jordi Fernandez, who kind of referenced without meaning to the sixth man. When we play in Sacramento, we feel like we're playing with six.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. This crowd, and I thought the crowd was huge the other night in that win. You got an Orlando team that's maybe look the best they have all season in terms of shooting, knocking down 25 threes. And, if the crowd's not into it the way they are, maybe you can get a deflated. Maybe you can get, hang your shoulders a little bit. But, I thought the players fed off the crowd. Malik obviously brought the energy, and the crowd gave it back. Like, you talk about certain players who are meant for a city. Malik Monk is meant for Sacramento. He's played in Charlotte, did okay. Played in LA, did okay. But he feels like one of our own, and so I hope we re-sign him. He is a vital piece of everything we do here with the Kings.
He didn't come into the NBA here, but he became an NBA star here.
Yes.
And it's funny you mentioned the crowd, because I've noticed, obviously, Kings fans respond well to a lot of different players, but there's something unique about when Malik does something. And he did a lot of things, of course, Wednesday, and people just really react differently to Malik's dunks and scores.
Yeah, and it's like you said, because he's raw. He's him no matter what.
Right.
Good, bad, and ugly. He's going to, bring that fire, bring that energy. And so, no, you're right, man. I think, and the fact that it didn't pan out in Charlotte, the Lakers let him go, and he embraced being here in Sacramento, playing with this guy, De'Aaron Fox. I think that makes us love him even more.
Yep, absolutely. Sacramento, we're pretty raw, we're pretty honest, and so I think that's one of the reasons people love Malik Monk. And let's see how he follows up on his 37-point game tonight against the Toronto Raptors. Take a quick timeout. When we come back here,